Hi everyone, I just want to give a shout out to Hayden, who sent me these two synthesizers right here, the Novation Peak and the SE02 from Roland. The reason I'm making this video is just to show you these little stands that he makes, because they make accessing the synth a lot easier. They're adjustable, which you can see right here. There's a little Allen key you can put in there and then tighten this up if you want. Here's the big one, of course. And it's the same deal there. This leg holds it up, and I believe you put on these side panels and also these rubber pieces right here. This is actually pretty important because it means it doesn't slide about when you're adjusting the controls. In practice, I found them to be fairly sturdy, although I wouldn't want to bend them too much. But I'm not really worried about them snapping unless they were to get a sudden impact, which hasn't really come up so far since I've had them. So now while I've got the video going, I'll give you my thoughts on the Novation Peak. So my experience with this was kind of similar to when I had the DSi Pro 2. That is the hybrid digital oscillators and the analog filters. When I first got it, I was a little bit taken back by how digital and sort of wooden and rigid the oscillators were. This is on the Pro 2 I'm talking about. The filters are really nice, but I couldn't really get past the way the oscillators behaved. Nevertheless, given time, I really got used to it. I learned to take advantage of its very sharp and controlled nature. And actually you can hear a demo of all the sounds I did for the Pro 2. I'll put it in the link below. But the reason I bring it up is because my experience with the Peak is a little similar. The same kind of thing. It's really quite rigid. Even though there's a drift parameter in there, it's not really the same. It doesn't have that sort of liquid sound that you get from analog oscillators. Or even for that matter, something like the Virus or the Nord. Those two got it really right when it comes to just how vibrant the oscillators sound. I'm not talking in terms of fidelity, just their sort of musical quality. As far as like the fidelity of the waveforms go, extremely good. The FM on this is fantastic. The FM is certainly way better than some of the old generation VAs like the Nord and the Virus. So if you want to experiment with FM and you want a hardware synth, this is definitely a synth you should be looking at. The other thing is the mod matrix on this is not amazing. The sources are okay. You've got 2 LFOs, 3 envelopes, an amp, and then you've got your pitch, modulation wheel, aftertouch, velocity, the usual things. There's not really a random source, although there is a sample and hold waveform you can use that for. The oscillators, as I said, can be FM, so you can actually have 1 modulate 2, 2 modulate 3, and 3 modulate 1. So that's great, and then you can also use noise to modulate them as well. And I should add, it also has shapeable waveforms. Every waveform is shapeable. And then the sawtooths also have this feature, which I believe stacks 3 of them together, so you get a unison saw, kind of like a super saw, but it's just 3 saws instead of 7. Then you also have 3 different oscillators you can load that onto as well. But that applies only to the sawtooths. You can't apply this sort of super saw or stacking effect to any of the other waveforms, which is a bit of a shame because the wavetables would really benefit from that. However, the chorus on this is really good. There are 3 chorus modes, and there are more controls, by the way, for all of the effects in the menu. Not a lot necessarily, but more than you see here. And the chorus is just something I found using on almost every patch, even if it's just in small amounts, because it just sounds really natural. It sounds more like a synthesizer is producing more voices rather than a chorus effect, depending on the settings. So that was really useful, especially because you don't get that many voices if you start using unison. So for pads, I use this a lot. The reverb is superb. For a hardware synth, I don't really think there's a better reverb I've heard. And then the delay is okay. So that concludes my sort of mini review, my thoughts, just scattered thoughts on the Peak. Wasn't really planning to do a review on it for this video, but I'm sending it back to Hayden, who sent it to me, so I may as well just give you what I think of this for now. Of course, you want to hear some audio, so I'll be playing some audio for you, all from the Novation Peak with no further processing. Thank you.